This is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Green here and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to be fighting less of Joker, and there's gonna be an interesting fight with Deathstroke, but first we're going to take a look at the Confluence Aquaman fight to just have a little bit of a comparison in terms of the damage of the two characters, because it's a pretty interesting scenario, because on one side we're going to have a 95% perfect build Confluence Aquaman, that is 7 stars, and I think level 74. And on the other hand, we're going to have a Gearless 3 stars Deathstroke with a level 1 entropy, so he doesn't die. So who you think will deal more damage? Let me know in the comments, but nevertheless, getting on to this fight, I do have a Sword of Salvation on Dr. Fate, but that will only be used when the minion gets tagged in, so you get a few hits in and hopefully a little bit of power generation. We're going to try and jump over most special ones until a certain point. Okay, that didn't power steal anything, but nevertheless, King back in there. And keep in mind, you can use the King special 2 pretty much even at very close range to the minion, and you'll still not get hit by gas unless you advance by your own choice afterwards, because he gets pushed back a decent amount of way. Going over that, and from this point on I think I'll not care anymore about getting hit by special ones. You can jump over them, you can back off from them, but at the end of the day doing that puts you in a little bit of an unoptimal scenario, and if you gotta do that to survive, definitely do that. But I'm gonna eventually stop doing that because I realized that my healing from the firebox is just gonna be enough to out-heal that at some point. There we go, taking that to the face, could have jumped over it, but I'd rather have my good old combo going. And we're also close to being able to do a super move. We'll be able to get that out of the way before he gets tagged out again. There we go, super move out of the way. 5.7 mil, not too bad. Definitely not too bad. So this dude has got a pretty nasty cap in terms of damage, so the Confluence Aquaman percentage damage on the special tree will definitely not deal anywhere close to 10% current health damage when it happens. And that's what's gonna significantly diminish the damage of Confluence Aquaman. Special tree in there, re-engage that combo. And yeah, the damage on the special tree is also not too big, honestly. Like, I'm used to the other soul rates where you can have a huge attack bonus from the other artifacts and have like 3 artifacts, or have all blaze on top of the bonus that you already have. Tried to combo and chop there, but I failed. Bad rep. So yeah, the damage in Dawn of Apocalypse is gonna be slightly lower because the passive bonuses of the artifacts don't stack. Getting that minion out of the way as well. Got hit with the blind. That's literally the worst thing that I could have done there. The worst way to end the fight. Got hit again. Thankfully, he triggered the firebox, so that's allowed me to get the blind removed because it cleanses you. Remove stuns, dots, anything that might hurt you. There we go, a decent Confluence Aquaman fight with 130 mil. Now look, I know this team looks kinda weird, but I was like, Deathstroke is going to have the entropy and is going to have the special 2 to heal him. So he's fine. The problem is, he doesn't have enough damage to kill the minion. There's no way that Deathstroke will be able to kill the minion. There's literally no way. He would fight the minion, maybe he'll take half the fight to kill the minion. So we're going to have here Robert Harlequin to provide us with stun resistance on tagging, because obviously if he doesn't kill the minion, he's gonna need to tag into the fight after the minion is dead. We'll have entropy on him to pretty much shelter him from taking too much damage in one instance, and we'll have Arkham Knight Batman to boost both of their defensive stats. This is a very bootleg team for him. I'm not sure if this is the best thing, but look, it worked for me. It actually worked pretty well. Okay, Arkham Knight Batman back in there, and I'm just fooling around a bit at the start. I have the Sword of Salvation on Arkham Knight Batman to generate some power. Gonna yeet him out here. I was hoping to like end it on a special 2 of Arkham Knight Batman, but yeah, we'll just do it with Harley here. There we go, he's out of the way. Tagging in Deathstroke. He stun resists, thankfully. And going for another special 2. There we go, the damage is already piling up quite high. And keep in mind, there's a lot of those that will deal percentage damage. The special one still deals a huge amount of damage to us. because Arkham Knight Deadman gives us max defense, but doesn't give us anything in terms of dot resistance. But the thing is, Deathstroke has literally no way to avoid the special one. You just gotta take it to the face like a champ, because if you jump over it, it doesn't work. For him, it doesn't work. He doesn't have the ability to jump over stuff. I mean, he jumps, but he'll not avoid stuff he jumps over. Okay, a little bit of a mess up over there. I was expecting her to deal more damage, so that will eat up some of the fight. But yeah, with the special one, if you try to jump over it, it's not gonna work. And if you try to back off, my man is really taking his time to back off. Let's just say that. So you got to take those special ones to the face. He gets stunned here. That's amazing. Special 2 in there, and here he's very close to dying, and I barely survive. I do have special 2 into a block because I know that even though it's gonna not deal optimal damage, it's gonna deal enough to heal us, because we also heal from the percentage damage we do. So I had to do that. That's decreased our damage a bit, because if the percentage damage gets blocked, it gets halved. That works on the percentage damage too, as far as I'm aware. A little bit of an unoptimal thing there. And over there, because he tagged out, I hit him with the whole special 2 there, but he tagged out the last second and the percentage health damage didn't get registered. And I was like, did we like finish that? Are we done with the percentage health damage on Deathstroke? Because there's only a certain amount of special 2s you can do that activate that if you have it at max level. But there we go, another one, another 17 mil. And to end it off, this one thankfully doesn't deal any further percentage damage, so I'm sure that we barely made it and used all our special 2s that dealt percentage current health damage. And boy, 3 stars, no gears, level 1 entropy, Deathstroke dealt far more than my boy Kimflan Sako, man. Oh boy. Like, Kimflan Sako didn't even stand a chance trying to deal more damage than him there. And that's because, in theory, they should deal very similar amounts of percentage damage. Like, Kimflan Sako can deal a total of 30% damage of the enemy's current health. And Deathstroke can deal 36, and you think it's not a big difference. But Deathstroke can do it in far more smaller instances of damage. And if the boss wouldn't have a damage cap, that wouldn't matter. But this one has a damage cap, so with King, you're going to deal, let's say, a 2% or a 3% instead of the 10%, because it can't bypass the damage cap, and that's gonna be it for you. That's it. You're going to do it 3 times, but Deathstroke, my boy Deathstroke, does it countless times. And I was surprised myself to see that. So despite this character being the worst character ever released in terms of the gameplay that he has, in terms of the design, in terms of simply how he works, and he's still a nightmare to play as. As we have seen, we were unable to jump over special ones or back off from them. He does a ton of damage, the enemy's full health. But yeah, King will still deal far more damage the lower health the enemy boss has. Because while King also depends himself on the percentage damage, he's also going to stack a ton of attack from his passive, his super move. He's gonna deal damage even without counting on the percentage, where Deathstroke, nah bro. Like, the percentage damage is gonna be depending on the health of the enemy. Somewhere around 10% to 15% damage he does with a full build, I mean. Haven't tested that out, but I'm just speculating, because there's nothing to increase this man's damage when it comes to Deathstroke. Over here we're using the Batman Ninja team, and you might be like, well, also this was not like the best fight, but it is what it is. It'll deal, it'll be serviceable, okay? Why am I using Robin here? Because in theory, Catwoman wouldn't get too damaged by the smoke, as you can see over here. And yeah, I didn't kill that minion by choice. That minion got killed because she blocked something, and that minion got tagged into a special tree that was done by default by Catwoman. And yeah, you kind of need Robin here, because it's simply you're simply better off using Robin to tag the minion out, because then the gas will not appear, and if the gas appears, you have 2 options. You back away from it, which is unoptimal in terms of gameplay and you're wasting time, or you sit in it, which is yet again unoptimal because Catwoman loses all the lethal attack damage and needs to stack it again. And we're just gonna use Robin to use the special 2, and we're going to try and tag in Catwoman before this dude gets tagged in. We can easily push him into the banana to get tagged out. You can interrupt Joker after 2 hits. I've done it a couple of times successfully here, and a couple of times unsuccessfully, but there it is. There's a successful one. So let's just pretend all the combo interruptions in this fight went that way, okay? Yeah, that's the Batman Ninja team. Could have done more damage, but I played this like a potato. But yeah, usually with the teams here, you're going to on average deal half of the damage or less than half of the damage that you're going to deal, because there's two things factoring in. First up, Joker is not gonna be the most friendly boss to fight. Let's just get that out of the way. That man is not gonna be the best boss to fight in terms of dealing the most optimal damage, and on top of that, you're only going to get to fight him for half of the fight, because that other half of the fight will be occupied by the minions. But yeah, Revenge, she does surprisingly well here. Not necessarily in terms of damage, though she does a decent amount to an extent. But in terms of the fact that she survives, she has no problem surviving this. The only thing that she has a little bit of a problem with is the special one. But you can jump over that because her jump attack works, actually, as you can see here. There we go, we avoid that whole special one. We're going to have a sort of Salvation Speed Force Flash to kind of generate some when the prisoner is tagged in. So Banshee in there, tagging out the minion. Yeah, look, like, if your Silver Banshee is not built, you can, like, use her to tag out minions for other teams, for example, the Kinflan Sakuman team. But if she's built, your Kinflan Sakuman is gonna be fine himself, and she can deal some damage herself. Special one in there. He's got the special one available himself, but he didn't use it. Honestly, I'd rather have him do a jump attack into a special one, rather than do a swipe right towards me, because if you're half a second slow to react to that, he'll switch into a block and he'll mess up your combo. And boy, this prisoner is one of the most annoying things in Injustice 2 Mobile. They didn't bother to properly make this dude to the point where if you try to damage him right after he gets tagged in, he's got like a 1 second immunity. And you're doing your combo and the dude is like, nope, I didn't get hit, blocks hit you. And he transitions very fast into a block. He's just a nuisance to deal with. I find him to an extent more annoying than Joker, but yeah, this is what I was talking about, his transition into a block that can mess you up. Tanking the super with no problem since the Revenge has got a ton of defense, and at the same time this Joker is not dealing much damage, because he gets to deal a ton of damage for minions that constantly die. No minions died here. They all got tagged out, it doesn't count for his passive, so his damage is severely reduced. Special one in there. Backing off. Blocking that into a special 3. Backing off special 1. Again, on all the teams that you have seen here, there's a level 8 firebox. That's pretty much the only relevant artifact for the most part. Since again, the bonuses don't split here. So I could have like 3 level 10 fireboxes and I would still get the attack of 1 level 10 firebox. That special 3 in there, and he dodged that. He dodged that by the tag out. My bad. Why you do me like this? But yeah, that was kind of my fault, I'll admit. I'll be the first to admit that was kind of my fault. Disabling that. Now disable in there. Now disable in there. There we go, a fat special 3 in there to end off, and it's not a crit. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. Please do like, because it helps a lot. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
This is the future.